Welcome to Adulting 101 for everything you should have learned in high school but didn't. Lesson 1, adulting is not a word, but people use it, so I am too. Ready for more? Stay tuned. Let's talk first about cleaning, cooking, and laundry. Those are the things you need to do by yourself and without your parents' help. Learn how to cook, learn how to clean, make sure you have cleaning supplies, and learn how to do your own laundry. Next thing you need to do is have an income, because without an income, you cannot pay your bills. And your bills could be everything from rent or mortgage to your phone, your electricity, your gas, your heat, your water, car insurance, homeowners insurance, renter's insurance, doctor bills, dentist bills, prescription costs, gifts if you buy them for other people, a whole slew of expenses. You have to write them down and know what you need to pay each month. And then, when you figure out all of your expenses, divide the total by 0.75, and that's the least amount you need to make every month. I know that sounds counterintuitive to divide something, but you'll cover your taxes that way. On my first job, I made $390 a month total. That's not what I took home. That's what I made. And yes, I'm aware that that shows my age, but I had no idea that after I took out all of my expenses, I was going to be left with less than zero. I couldn't afford to take off to get a new job, so I had to wait 6 months, take that week off that I got, and then find a new job so I could pay my bills. One of the first things you're going to need to learn how to do is to write out a check, because some institutions won't take a debit card, and the only way they'll accept money from you is a check. In the date, you write the date. In the pay to the order of, you write the name of the person or the institution that you're sending the money to. Where the dollar sign appears, you write out the dollar amount. If it's $100, for instance, you write 100.00. Directly underneath that, you spell out the amount of money that you're sending. You make sure you sign your check, and in the memo, you can write down whatever it is you want, your account number, for instance. You also want to balance your checkbook. This is something that I'm not very good at, but what you need to remember about this is when you deposit money, you add that money to your balance. When you make a bill, when you pay somebody, you deduct the money from your balance. The next thing I'm going to talk about is time management and being time responsible. In other words, if you have to get up at 6:30 in the morning to go to your job, make sure you have an alarm set so you can get up at 6:30 in the morning. If you're the type of person who needs to sleep for another 20 minutes, get up 20 minutes earlier. If you keep hitting the snooze button, you have to know yourself enough to know how many times you hit the snooze button before you actually get up, and then allot yourself that much time. And you have to pay your bills on time. So pay attention to the due date and make sure that the money gets to your creditors before it's due, or at least on the date that it's due, because you will get charged overage fees, and you don't want that to happen. And finally, make sure you have a savings account. Using the method that I talked about in the beginning, where you divide your expenses by 0.75, make sure you include in your expenses an amount that you want to put into a savings account. And that'll help you prepare for when you're my age. So thank you for listening, and remember,